This video is sponsored by Go European. Check out their website today for their latest vehicles and stock.
Motorhoming and campervanning is going back to basics, like when I was a young boy scout camping in a tent, but with creature comforts. It's somewhere between a hotel and camping. Although some of these modern motorhomes are actually better equipped than most hotels, to be fair. I'd be less excited if we had a tent in the back of a hatchback and we were about to sleep in that field. Good news, we've arrived. Bad news, it's always the passenger's job to put in the PIN number to get through the gate. You're the passenger. This is the MAN TGE 3.160. It's big, it's massive, but I think it looks fantastic. Here's a question for you. Why is it called a MAN and yet the logo is not a man, it's a lion? I mean, I call it MAN, something German, I believe. It's a good looking van, and this is the MegaMobil Re-Aktiv 680. That means it's 680 centimetres long and it's reactive. I think that means it's just an outdoor adventure kind of vehicle. And actually the tyres suggest it can go anywhere. So this is a continental van, which means the usual passenger side door is on the other side. We've got the Truma exhaust there for the heating and hot water. That's where you empty your toilet. Outdoor shower, that is such a useful feature for washing dogs and hiking boots. Electric hookup point, and then round the back. I love these. A pretty pointless but beautiful ladder. As a result of that spare wheel and ladder, these doors are very heavy, but you've got gas struts to assist you. Now, this is the reactive, which suggests you're active, you're outdoorsy, so you've probably got push bikes. Fear not. They can go in there without removing the front wheel, without changing the handlebars. Once that bed's up, you've got heaps of space for all your activity stuff. I reckon in there you get 2 push bikes, 2 little bikes, paddle boards. If you've got a surfboard that's long, you can remove that partition. It pokes through into the main space. This is such a practical van. Once that's up there, this is where you put all of your activity stuff. And it also doubles up as a single bed. So you've got a king size bed up here, a little bed at the front, a little bed under here. All your electrics are over that side, so you've got access to them, and loads of storage in here. This is such a practical van if you're into your outdoor adventures. Round the side, there's a fantastic awning, but unfortunately it's very high up and I can't reach it, so they give you a handle to wind it out. Unfortunately, I can't reach the handle either. I wish that handle came down with the bed. Now that would be genius. I do like these rear lights. I used to design lights for Rover when I was a car designer, and to get a light to flow with the contours on the back like that, and flow with the front and the side that way, 3-dimensional yet slim, I like that, that's successful. The boring stuff, the functional stuff, water in. That is gas in, which means you don't have to carry bottles on board. Gas out, that's good for barbecues. If you're barbecuing outside, don't need a separate gas bottle. And then a 3-pin socket and aerial. Less successful, however, in my mind, are the graphics. I'm not a fan of decals at all. However, if you're going to do them, I suppose, put the vinyl on, then go over it so it's 3-dimensional and a bit more subtle. But I don't think I need a compass that doesn't work on the side of my van. I'd rather use the onboard sat-nav, if I'm honest. Now that is one of the biggest side doors I've ever seen. It's as wide as I am tall. Here's an interesting fact. You are as tall as your span. So if I do that, that is my height. And that's called your ape index. That's interesting, isn't it? I think Da Vinci had a part to play in it with the Vitruvian Man thing as well, but I'll take the credit. Inside, it's kind of familiar MegaMobil, isn't it? They're pretty good at this interior. I love the kitchen here. Little exterior table, very good for coffee making. This cupboard goes all the way through, very useful. And then the step is always backwards. Down is up and up is down. So up, the step comes down. MegaMobil. Here we go, classic front lounge layout. Works really well, particularly if you're a family of 4. If you've got a couple of kids, they travel in the back with seat belts. Both these front chairs swivel round. This then becomes a lounge diner, which extends with this table pivoting round either to there. You can work on your laptop. I actually often have it there as an additional surface for prepping dinner. I like this. I do like the colours. It's very monochrome. It's very black and white, but also quite contemporary. I like it. The cab is fantastic. It's really modern. Lovely big screen. Essentially, it's the same as the Volkswagen Crafter up front. Really nice, comfy chairs. And they've continued the upholstery through to the front with that diamond stitching, which I really like. As with all MegaMobiles, the fabric is fantastic. It's comfortable, it's luxurious, and it doesn't mark. It looks like it's suede and it should mark easily, but it doesn't. It's brilliant. I know that for a fact. I may have spilt some snackage on it earlier. It's really good. Right, the kitchen. Pretty standard kitchen here. Double gas hob. Lovely little sink. Tap. That's all great. Works really well. And I like the fact you can fold the glass back down and use that as a prep space. What I don't like as much is this unit. All I want to see is the great outdoors. All I can see is this. That needs to be further that way. Useful. Annoying. No. Loads more storage down here. You've got drawers for your cutlery, your crockery, your pots, your pans. Lovely big Dometic fridge here. Again, I feel like this is quite tight, but that enables you to have a lovely big shower room. Do you remember the early Tambour doors used to sound like this? Just rattle around. These ones don't. They're perfectly silent and they're magnetised quite strong, so they don't open when you're in transit. I love the MegaMobil bathrooms. I think they're fantastic. They're light, they're bright. Nice little skylight up there, lets that steam out, and their funky little door. This works really well. Separates the bathroom from the shower. When it's open, it's actually quite large in there. You've got everything you need. Well done. Good door. I'm going to stand slightly sideways for this because it makes you look better rather than front profile, but also it's incredibly tight. However, it's worth it because it expands into a king-size bed, and I think that's really lovely. Also, what I like is the fact that there's one seam down the middle. You know when you sleep on a bed and it's made out of multiple cushions and you can kind of feel them and you slide between the gaps. In this, you sleep on one side, it's perfect. Of course, this bed rises up, not all the way, it's not a rear lounge underneath, but this goes up, which means you can get push bikes and stuff underneath, and also you can get another little single bed underneath this. So you can sleep two in here, somebody underneath, and then another one in the front. So if you've got a family of four, mum, dad, two kids, this is the perfect layout. Loads of overhead lockers, lots of storage up there, another one at the back. You are not short on storage space. And the fact that you can get all your bikes and barbecues underneath, that's brilliant. It's very comfy. That's the generic sign for comfort, by the way. That means strong. That means comfy. As with all MegaMobiles, the upholstery is where they put the attention to detail. The cross-stitching, the comfort is so much nicer than that leatherette that gets really hot and sticky in the summer and cold in the winter. This is lovely. I'm not sure I would choose this colour combination, the dark stitching with the light wood. They've got so many colour options. I think I'd go for a warmer wood and maybe like a tan suede. I think that would be my choice. I get it, it's very contemporary, in quite a traditional layout actually. The front lounge, if you've got a family, is the layout for you. It gives you a lovely dining area, lounging area, somewhere to play cards and interact. It extends into the cab using the swivel chairs. That's really clever use of space. Then you've got the kitchen and bathroom. They're a little bit tight. Then it expands into that big king-size bed. But actually, it's just a clever, multifunctional space. Door open, a cup of coffee in your hand. This is a lovely place to be. This is what it's all about. You're properly self-sufficient in a van like this. How have the designers squeezed in so much into a tiny little space like this? We've got 4 seat-belted seats. It sleeps 4. There's a shower, there's a toilet, there's a king-size bed, and a fully functional kitchen. It is genius. I love design, I love small spaces, and that is why I love campervans so much. I know that bed takes up a lot of room at the back, But to be able to crawl into bed at the end of a day's activities, cycling, running, paddleboarding, whatever you're into, a fully made massive double bed at night is such a luxury. It's really comfy as well. The Volkswagen style of driving and infotainment I really like. It doesn't have lights on the heater, that's a thing, but to drive using the paddle shift and the joysticks, that is just lovely. And it's automatic. I'm 48, come on. I don't want to be pressing a clutch pedal and wiggling a gear stick. That's prehistoric. This vehicle is a joy to drive. Confession time, I didn't cook all the meals. We once ate in the Croft restaurant, which was delicious. And thanks to Go European, they have sorted us out, this van, being a joy to drive. Being comfortable to sleep in, all the amenities you need, and a thoroughly lovely little break.